Earthworms, Lumbricidae. Earthworms spend most of their time underground. They dig their long tunnels a few inches below the surface, and here they occur in countless numbers. They make their tunnels by swallowing the earth ahead of them, along with microscopic plants, rotting vegetation, insect eggs, and other kinds of food which are absorbed into the intestine. The rest of the earth the worm has swallowed is deposited on the surface above as a small casting. The body of an earthworm is long and streamlined. It consists of a number of segments, usually about 75. The segments are the rings that can be seen on the worm. On each segment there are 4 pairs of bristles or short hairs. The worm can protrude each of these hairs so that they can grip the side of the burrow. The worm also uses them for moving about. First, it stretches the front part of its body forward, and when the bristles there have gotten a good hold, the worm pulls the hind part up. In this way, the worm can move at a speed of about 1 inch per second. At both ends, a worm has light-sensitive cells that function as eyes. The cells can only react to changes in light, and the worm does not see formed things as we do. Worms can also detect vibrations in the earth. By poking a stick into the ground and moving it back and forth, one can get worms to leave their burrows. The earthworm has no lungs or gills. It breathes through its skin, which is thin. The worm has to keep moist to be able to breathe this way, and when it rains, some worms come out of their burrows and onto the surface. This is because the water that has filtered through the earth contains very little free oxygen. The worm has to come out to breathe, but earthworms are very sensitive to strong light, and just 1 hour in sunlight kills them. Earthworms otherwise come out only at night. They stretch the front part of their body out of the hole. With its mouth, the worm will grasp leaves and other plant material and pull the food down into the burrow to eat it. Earthworms are hermaphrodites. This means that each worm is both a male and a female. When 2 earthworms mate, they press the front part of their bodies together. As they do that, they exchange sperm cells which are deposited in a special little hollow in the skin. Later, when the earthworm is ready to lay eggs, a special segment that is much thicker than the other segments starts producing a thick mucus or slime. This forms a ring that slides over the head of the worm. As it slides forward, eggs are deposited in the ring and the sperm cells are released into it also. As it slips off the worm completely, the ends of the ring form to close a sac-like container for the eggs. Inside, the sperm fertilizes the eggs, which then develop into small worms. In winter, many earthworms will dig themselves down deep into the ground. Here the earth is warmer. Often dozens of worms will spend the winter together in a deep burrow, twisted together to keep warm.